Hey guys, how you going? You're watching Worship Guitar Theory, and it is a beautiful fine morning in Perth, Western Australia, as you can see behind me. This is the very first episode of What's That Chord? The idea behind this is to sort of dive in and explore popular chord voicings and shapes that are used in worship music. So it's a bit more fun, but a bit more relaxed and chilled. I hope you enjoy it. See ya. Hi everyone, welcome back again for another episode of WGT. So in the previous video I did mention that I want to delve in a little bit more into some chord theory and into some voicings that are used a lot commonly in Hillsong worship. So I want to talk through some thirds first, root 6 thirds, which were actually personally introduced to me by Nigel Hendroff back in the summer of 2003.
Yes, I once was young.
And from that point, I was so sensitized to the sound of them, and I realized that there's heaps of songs that actually use this particular voicing. So I'm going to play 4 pretty well-known Hillsong tunes, or segments of them, and I want to see if you can guess what they are before I actually reveal them to you at the end after I played all 4. Great. So I wonder how you guys went there, but these are the answers. So the first one we played was In Your Freedom on the Saviour King album from 2007. The second one was actually Oceans, and got really well known. And the third one was So Will I, 100 Billion Times. And of course the last one, probably would have picked it up straight away, was No Other Name in a different key of G instead of the key of D. Right, so root 6 thirds. Let's have another revisited chord theory. So chords are essentially, at the simplest level, triads. So 3 notes, right? A first, a third, and a fifth. What does that mean? Well, we got to go back to the major scale. The major scale is pretty much the foundation of music theory, and a lot of praise and worship music is basically written on the major scale, right? So for any chord that we want to play, starting with major and minor, they're going to be a triad, which is the first, the third, and the fifth from the scale that that chord comes from. So if I'm going to play a C major, I'm going to go to the C major scale. So if we look at the screen, you will see C major scale, and the notes there, obviously, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C is a wonderful key. There's no sharps, no flats. If we look at the first, the third, and the fifth, we'll see C, E, G. So if I would play those 3 notes, you can hear the C major chord being pronounced. So a C, E, and a G. So arpeggiate it, play it together. There's your C chord. Now if I want to play a C minor, now minor has a flat third, right? So once again, I'm still going to go back to the C scale, but now I'm going to flatten the third. So instead of playing C, E, G, I'm going to play C, E flat, and G, and that will give me a C minor, right? So here we go. Here, listen to the sound. C, E flat, G. Play the notes together, and that's your C minor chord. All right. So thirds, the concept of thirds is that I'm only just going to play, instead of playing 3 notes, I'm going to play just 2, the first and the third, which is why we call them thirds, the interval. All right. So if I just take the root and the third, whether it's a minor third or a major third, it's still thirds. So root 6/3, they all look like this. I'm going to play a F major, I'm going to play the root F, and then I'm going to play the third. Now, if the easy way to hack this, right, is that actually it comes, if you can play an E-shaped bar chord, right, you're just playing the 6th string, right, and then the 3rd string. Right, so if I go back to the F again, I'm just playing 6th string and the 3rd string. That gives me the root 6/3, right? Okay. Now, if I look at the minor, similar concept, right? So I'm going to play, if I play, you know how to play E minor? So I play the 6th string and the 3rd string. I got my E and my G, and I can, it's a movable shape. Alright, so if I play, there's E minor there, I can play F sharp minor, and then so it's a G major, A major, B minor, C sharp minor, back to a D. Right, so I just played those in the key of D there. But they're just examples of how to just play between a major and a minor third. Alright, so to take full advantage of this, let's say a lot of the Hillsong songs, when you see the chord being written, so if it tells you to play a C, you just play, you can do that shape and just pluck them. The C on the 8th fret of the 6th string, and then the 3rd here, the E on the 9th fret of the 3rd string. If you forget, just go back to the bar chord shape and pluck the 6th and the 3rd together, right? Now, a lot of the songs that that use these particular root 6/3 are written in the key of D or G, because it works out well having the open D in there, because in key of D, the open D is the number 1 that goes with anything, and then in the key of G, that's the number 5, so that's the 5th, and the 5th is also compatible with just about anything, right? So that it can play that open D the whole way through. The trick is to make sure that we're muting the 5th string. So if I'm in the key of G here, and I want to play the G, which is 3rd, so I just want to play the root, use my first finger to mute the 5th string, play an open D, play the 3rd there, the B, and then I also want to use my 5th finger here to mute the 2nd string, and I use this part of my 1st finger to mute the 1st string, so that way I'm not accidentally going to hit any other notes. I can just strum all the 6 strings and not worry about accidental notes, right? To the A minor, B minor, right? To the C, D, E minor, to the F sharp minor, and then back to a G. So those are root 6/3. I hope that that's explained it to you now, so that you should be full bottle and be able to use them in whatever key you want to, but particularly G and D. They work well because of the open D. If you've got any questions, please write a comment. Let me know if you've got any more suggestions, requests. I'm happy to take them. Just hit me up in the comments down below, and have a great time. We'll see you next time.